Okay, so I am live. Okay, so I managed to get it live. Cool. I have no idea how I'm using this. Oh my god, I see Cam! Oh my god! Okay, hi. Oh my god, there's so many people. Fuck! Oh my god, there's so many people. Okay, hi guys. Welcome to this. I almost gonna say stream. It's not Twitch, it's Twitter. So, hi! So, this is gonna be my first Twitter live. This is my dinner. It's vegan. It's like a soupy kind of curry. So I'm gonna I'm starving, so I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna talk about some astrology. So yeah, let me mix up my curry and kind of. Oh my god, there's already 39 people. Holy holy shit! Oh no, it's 43. Okay, so I'm a little too excited, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna mix up this rice. I put too much curry into my rice. There's not enough rice. You know what? It's okay. So, hi guys. So, as you guys may know, Valentine's Day is coming up soon. I don't know how far. It's like the 24th. So it is coming up, and it's gonna be on a Thursday. And yeah, man, Valentine's Day. It's during Aquarius season. It's the time to get some. Yeah, it's the time to get some dick. But yeah, so basically, with astrology, you can do so much, like getting some, for example. But I mean, with all seriousness, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, whether you're taken or not, whether you're single, whether you're kind of I don't know. Well, astrology may or may not help. So hopefully it will help, because I don't want to say that I'm giving advice, but I'm just gonna tell you things, and you can either take it or leave it. So yeah, let me eat my curry first. So yeah. Also, to anyone that just came in, hi. I'm eating curry. Fuck, this is hot. I'm gonna be right back. Don't leave me. Okay, I got a rag so I can eat my curry. Let me taste this first, because I don't know if it's good. This is hot. I should have blown on it, but that's okay. Oh, stop. You can't call me cute, because I'm gonna blush, and then my face gets red, and then it's not a, ooh. Anyways, ooh, it's hot, temperature hot, not spicy hot. I could have made it spicy, but, you know, I don't want to cough, you know. When I could have made it hot, but I did it because I know I'm gonna be talking to you guys, and if it was too spicy, I would kind of cough, and then I would die, and I kind of want to talk, not die. So, okay. So, Valentine's Day. Whether you're single, whatever you are, you know, if you have a crush on someone, I'm assuming that you have a crush on someone. There's someone in your mind which is kind of I want to date this person, or I want to fuck this person. Whatever you want to do. Venus in astrology is the planet of connection. Literally, connection. So when it comes to astrology, when I think of romance, I really like to focus on Venus, just because Venus has a very connective factor, assuming that relationships connect people. And I mean, you know, also I think of Mars, I think of all these other factors in the natal chart, but today I'm going to try to keep it simple and kind of talk about Venus. So relationship dynamics are always so different. You know, sometimes you connect, sometimes you separate, sometimes you do a bunch of other things, but I'm gonna, you know, kind of focus on the connection kind of part of it, because with Venus on Valentine's Day, you know, if you're single and you're looking for someone, or, you know, you're taken, Valentine's Day, in my opinion, is one of those days where the connection factor is really, really strong. It's not a good day to, you know, argue. Unless that's your thing. I mean, I'm an Aries Venus. I'm not judging you. I like to argue for fun. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the signs. I think every time I finish a sign, I'm gonna go eat a little bit. So, yeah. So, first things first. Aries. See, I'm gonna do my own sign first because, you know, Aries is the best sign. Haha, JK. But Aries Venus. If you have a crush on an Aries Venus, if you're pursuing one, if you're an Aries Venus, you should probably listen to this. I'm an Aries Venus, so this is an Aries Venus talking to an Aries Venus kind of thing right now. Aries, if Aries had to rule the world, if Aries had to make all the rules, the world would be pretty straightforward and pretty, you know, direct. Aries doesn't like a lot of bullshit. If you like me, then you like me. If you want to go for me, then go for me. If it's X, then it's Y. Like, simple. There's no need for an unnecessary death, and there's definitely no need for any unnecessary confusion. So, if you're currently crushing on an Aries Venus, and you're just kind of like, I want that Aries, then you have to be clear. You have to be straightforward. You know, don't play games with an Aries because an Aries Venus is also a bit impatient when it comes to love. So if the Aries Venus just happens to be interested in you too, if you try to play games with an Aries Venus, they're not going to play the game unless they know they can win. But, you know, usually an Aries Venus, you know, we only got 24 hours. We don't have a lot of time. An Aries Venus will not play your games. If you try to be confusing, if you try to kind of test them, an Aries Venus will not take the test. They will just take the 0 and move on because they have better things to do. So, if you are looking for an Aries, if you're gonna go assert, you know, or pursue an Aries Venus, be assertive, be clear, be straightforward. It doesn't have to be that complicated when it comes to an Aries Venus. And if you're looking to kind of, you know, date an Aries Venus for the long term, it's always best to keep things very straightforward. I mean, if an Aries wants to be complicated and kind of make things a little bit more spicier and a little bit more nuanced, then they will tell you straightforwardly, clearly. And, you know, being an impatient sign, Aries also loves instant gratification. So if you're trying to kind of think up of a good first date for an Aries, if you're looking for that perfect Valentine's date, look for something that kind of grants instant gratification. Maybe a date that can kind of scare them, like a roller coaster maybe. Well, I don't know. If you're gonna try to scare an Aries Venus, you know, good luck with that. Because usually an Aries Venus is pretty fearless. So, I don't know. With that being said, I think if you're able to kind of keep an Aries Venus on their toes while you kind of go on your Valentine's date with them, then I think you got them pretty well. Because with an Aries Venus, you know, the number one thing that they don't want is boredom. Now, you may be telling me, okay, Alexis, I mean, nobody wants a boring Valentine's date. I mean, true, but an Aries Venus, like, this is especially true. Like, an Aries Venus will do a bunch of random, spontaneous, scary, thrill-seeking stuff with you if they really care about you. Because for an Aries Venus, they kind of measure their life or their moments through the times where they're the most excited or the most passionate. And what better way to get an Aries is to, you know, help them remember the date. Because, you know, Aries Venuses or Aries Suns in general, they're so busy. They got stuff to do. If they can just remember the fun, passionate moment they had with you on Valentine's Day, and if they remember the way that you tried to, you know, boost them up, the way you tried to invigorate them, they're gonna like you. And, you know, you might get the second date. And you'll definitely know if they'll want the second date because they will ask you. Unless they just happen to also have a Pisces Mercury. But it's okay. So yeah, that's Aries Venus. Let me go ahead and eat because, yeah, girl's hungry. This is so good. Oh, my nose is also itchy. If I'm really weird, I'm sorry. I'm just like very hungry. Also, if you're kind of chilling and kind of just watching me, oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Sorry. If you guys are watching, you're planning to watch all the way through, I have no idea how long I'm talking, by the way. You guys can also kind of comment your Venus sign below. And yeah, I just want to see what signs are looking at this, because I want to see which signs are the most desperate. Real good. I love mushrooms. They're so good. They taste funky, but that's okay. What are you eating? Hot. Ooh. Taurus Venus. I will talk about you next. Oh, and you know what? While I'm talking about this, I'm probably gonna talk about the Venus signs that I've dated and probably just tell you how it went. I have a 7th house stellium. That should tell you a lot about my love life. But okay, actually one more bite. Then I'll talk about Taurus. Oh man, I feel sorry if you have a Pisces Venus. I might never get to you. I will. Hey, I also have Aries Venus in the 7th house. Okay, so Taurus Venus. Taurus. If you like a Taurus Venus and you want to take them out on Valentine's Day date, good luck. The reason why I say this is because when it comes to, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just an experience thing. Like, disclaimer, this is a personal experience. So you can, take this with a grain of salt. When it comes to Taurus Venus, man, the reason why I wouldn't date one is because I feel like I would be so inadequate and so bad at making dates for them or thinking up of dates for them. Because when it comes to Taurus, they know the good stuff. They know where the good places are. They know the good food. They know the good activities. They know. And I mean, it's Taurus. Like, Taurus is the sign ruled by Venus. With Taurus being ruled by Venus, Taurus is very pleasure oriented. And because of that, Taurus also really embodies and really knows how to feel good. And they already know how to do it themselves. And then when you're a person trying to, make them feel good, they already know what feels good to them, but you don't. And then you have to figure it out. And if you don't live up to their standards, they're like, no, you're out. And, while I'm saying that, Taurus Venus, they do take a little bit of a while to kind of, open up to someone. So if a Taurus Venus managed to say yes to you to a date, wow, congratulations. Because usually a Taurus Venus will kind of spend a bit more time thinking about whether you're worth it or not. Taurus is very like, I have to invest this energy in this relationship. Is it worth it? Is it going to destabilize me? Is it going to, stress me out? If it doesn't give me some sort of pleasure or some stability in any way, the Taurus Venus will go, boop, goodbye. So, with that being said, if you like a Taurus Venus and you're like, oh my God, how do I get a Taurus Venus to, like me? How do I date one? How do I take one out to a date? Well, if you're into a Taurus Venus, I would talk to the Taurus Venus. I would get to know them more. A Taurus Venus, like pursuing one, it's a project. It's not a quick little like this. Aries Venus, very quick. Taurus Venus, no. For a Taurus Venus, you gotta make things simmer. You gotta, slowly amp up the relationship. It's never 0 to 100. It's more like a 0 to a 5 to a 15 to a 20, etc., etc. What I am trying to tell you is that Taurus takes time. And with time as like the little factor here, I would say, oh, that is true. Honestly, a Taurus, actually, you know what? That's a good point. If you don't know what to do with a Taurus Venus in terms of making a date, let them make it, because they are probably a lot more pickier than you might be. Unless you're a Virgo Venus or a Capricorn Venus. It's always the Earth Venuses, right? But anyways, Taurus is really about pleasure and really just savoring things. So when it comes to a date with a Taurus, if you ever go on a date with one, like your Taurus Venus, take your time. Don't rush it. If there's a good moment, savor it. It's kind of like eating chocolate. a Taurus would not eat the chocolate right away and just swallow it whole. Taurus likes to savor it. Taurus likes to suck on the chocolate and really savor the taste and the flavors within the chocolate. That's what it should be like when you go on a date with a Taurus Venus. It should feel slow, pleasurable, I was gonna say savory, but a date with a Taurus Venus should feel so good that you don't ever want it to end. That's, if you're trying to find out a way to kind of impress a Taurus Venus, think of a date that feels so good that you never want it to end. That would be a date. That'd be a pretty good date for a Taurus Venus. Just because a Taurus Venus also has a lot of endurance. So while Taurus Venus is kind of slow to start when it comes to a date, while it kind of takes them a bit of time to warm up, they will last for hours if you're worth the time. So yeah, that's pretty much my bit on Taurus Venus. Basically, if you want to get a Taurus Venus to like you, you gotta prove that, you know, you're gonna be good over time. And yeah, it does sound similar to Capricorn Venus just because it's an earth sign. Taurus is not gonna, just go for anyone. I mean, same with any earth sign really, because they actually want things to last. The difference between Taurus and Capricorn is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. I would say that Capricorn takes relationships very seriously. For Taurus Venus, what they want to preserve is pleasure and basically just, the feeling of enjoying yourself. Capricorn, on the other hand, like, they can skip that as long as the relationship itself lasts, then they're fine with it. I mean, of course, a Capricorn Venus would want some sort of pleasure, but Taurus Venus, as a sign ruled by Venus, it really emphasizes that whole pleasure sensory kind of thing. So honestly, going to wine tasting, or like eating really good food, going to a nice massage, like all of those things, then like you got a Taurus Venus. So yeah. Nope, I have not done Libra Venus. I just finished Taurus, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit. But yeah, that is Taurus Venus. I wanna go ahead and eat more of my curry. It's really good. Honestly, okay. I wanna see the comments, but I can't see it. This is probably what happens when I don't look at the app before. So yeah. Oh my god, look at all the people in here. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. I've done Aries and Taurus so far. I talk a lot and I eat a lot. I'm sorry. It's already 17 minutes. I'm probably gonna talk for a while, so as long as you stay with me, you'll hear your sign. Thank you. I'm glad that, Oh, girl, I would never skip Aries Venus. That's me. I would never skip me. I love talking about me. Hey, it's okay if you just came in. I don't know if Twitter saves live streams. I really fucking hope it does, because if it doesn't, but anyways, yeah. I'm gonna see if I'll save it and then I'll post it on YouTube or something, so yeah. I do have a YouTube channel. Just search up my name, Aries, Ayyyries, and you'll find my YouTube stuff. Don't watch it right now, though. Watch me. Like, right now. So, yeah. Okay. Let's get... Ooh! Okay, I can drop the recipe later. Let's get into Gemini. So, Gemini. Whew. First of all, if you are a Gemini Venus, I can't believe I probably have to tell you this. You're probably not a cheater. I'm just gonna say that right now. I think that's probably like the 10,000th time I've ever said this about Gemini Venus, because, okay, actually, before I talk about Gemini Venus, I need to justify you guys. So usually when it comes to astrology, people like to say that Gemini Venuses are cheaters. Gemini and Sagittarius. And, I get really nervous when people say those kind of things seriously, because, okay, so hold up. When you're born, you have a natal chart, right? Venus does not travel that fast. I mean, the sun kind of travels 1 degree per day, a month, but Venus is a bit slower. Definitely more than a day. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not an expert. But anyways, it's more than a day. And every day, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of babies being born under, and with their Venus sign under Gemini. So that's a lot of babies. And they all have Gemini Venus. And if you're going to say that a Gemini Venus is a cheater, or Sagittarius Venus, you can literally just walk over to the hospital, look at the, cute little baby there and be like, oh, you have a Venus in Gemini. Oh my God, you're going to be a cheater. Do you see how much sense that, you know how that doesn't make sense? It makes no sense. So if you're studying astrology and you see someone saying that, oh, if you have this sign, then you're a cheater. No, that's wrong, because you get your natal chart right when you're born. And imagine some astrologer calling you a cheater right when you're born. That doesn't make any sense. You haven't done anything yet. You haven't even pooped yet or drank water, but you're already cheating? Yeah, so, yeah. Don't associate astrology signs with cheating. And honestly, we have all the signs within our chart. So yeah. Anyways, so Gemini Venus. Gemini Venus is so fun. I wish I could date one. I haven't dated one yet. I really want to date one. They sound really fun. So if you're a Gemini Venus, as you know, you like spontaneous things. You don't like to do one thing forever. A Taurus would like that. Gemini wouldn't. Gemini likes to do all sorts of things. And if you're a person who's into a Gemini, you better be ready to hustle and kind of move your feet, because when you're dating a Gemini Venus, you gotta be flexible. You gotta be open to trying new things. And also, if you're into a Gemini Venus, you probably can't be stupid, and you probably have to know how to carry a conversation. Because if there's anything that will turn on a Gemini Venus, it's probably intelligence. There was this quote that was circulating around when I was in middle school, where people were just like, if you have intelligence, intelligence is sexy. I bet you a Gemini Venus probably made that quote, because Gemini Venuses, they love smart people. If you're not smart, at least be funny. If you're not funny, at least know how to carry a conversation. Because for a Gemini Venus, it's all about the words. It's all about how you say things, when you say things. It's all about what you say. Communication truly is key if you want to get some with a Gemini Venus. So, with that being said, now you're kind of like, yes, I already talked about Aries Venuses. I'm going in order. But anyways, if you're pursuing a Gemini Venus and you're just kind of like, okay, Alexis, where should I take a Gemini Venus on a date? I would say definitely, go to a place where you're allowed to talk to each other forever. I mean, honestly, with a Gemini Venus, you can probably take them anywhere, as long as you talk the heck out of yourself until your throat gets dry. If you can do that, then you got a Gemini Venus. Because if you can talk to someone for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and over different things constantly, then a Gemini Venus is they're gonna thirst over you. So there's that. But if you're kind of thinking about, other places to kind of, take a Gemini Venus, I would say any places that would kind of, make them think, or make them, use some sort of rationality or logic. So I would say, I would not suggest a painting class for a Gemini, unless the Gemini himself or herself was artistic. You gotta do something that kind of makes their inner gears going. I saw someone suggest an escape room. That's a perfect place for a Gemini Venus. It's also pretty perfect for a Virgo Venus too, but for a Gemini Venus, I would honestly say, an escape room is pretty nice. Any place where you're just really allowed to talk to them. So do not take them to a place where you're supposed to be quiet and have your adult voice or your hush-hush voice. It's better to take them to a place where they're allowed to be loud and talkative and annoying. Yeah. That's what I would pretty much say for a Gemini Venus. I would say the number one turnoff for Gemini Venus is someone who's not open-minded. You gotta be open-minded if you wanna date a Gemini Venus. Because a Gemini Venus will always keep on poking at you for like little things. Like they'll keep on questioning you, talking to you, and it's their own way of trying to get to know you. And if you're not really talkative, if you're not really receptive, and you're not really open to trying out new weird things, the Gemini Venus will get bored of you, and then they'll probably just leave you unread afterwards. And it sucks to be, being left unread. So yeah, that is Gemini Venus. And someone said no movies. I would agree. I would not take a Gemini to the movies just because, first of all, you're not allowed to talk. Second of all, actually, if you took a Gemini Venus to the movies, if you're a person who really likes to keep things quiet and, enjoy the movie experience, a Gemini is definitely going to be that one person that whispers in your ear and they'll be like, psst, psst, hey, did you see that happen? Oh my God. Psst, 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 psst. And you're gonna be like, shut up. But, unless you want a person like that, then you can probably take a Gemini Venus to the theater. But, yeah, that's pretty much Gemini Venus. So, yeah. So, I have not talked about what the heck is in my curry, but I will let you know. So I used the curry mix because I'm lazy and I wanted to do meal prep and I wanted to do this live. So I'd use a curry mix for that. I got firm tofu, which I kind of cut up and kind of cubed. And I got onions, bell peppers, and shiitake mushrooms. So yeah. And it's vegan. If you guys don't know yet, my icon is, there's a little V there. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm vegan, so this is my vegan food. It's so good. Cancer and Venus is crazy. I haven't dated one yet. I'll think about that. I'm talking about Cancer next, so. For those who just got into the stream, I'm doing all the signs in order. I'm basically prepping you how to, get some with the Venus signs. I'm 21, and tips for becoming vegan, don't be like me. The reason why I say don't be like me when it comes to becoming vegan is because I went cold turkey, like super cold turkey, and it's not easy. I spent the first week like starving a lot because, suddenly with no meat, I was like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. So, and then my mood changed a bit whenever I went vegan for the first week. But afterwards, it was okay. But, being vegan, like, I'm not like, I don't want to say I'm a mean vegan or like a militant vegan, but I guess I'm a chill vegan because I would just say like, if you're not vegan, whatever. If you're vegan, cool. If you're vegetarian, whatever. You eat what you eat. I can't control you. You can do whatever you want. Just don't be a dick to me because I could be a dick to you. So yeah, because I can't control how you act, but I can definitely control how I act. And, if you're mean, then you open the opportunity for me to be mean back. But anyways, tips of becoming vegan, join a community. The Twitter community on veganism is great. Cheap Lazy Vegan is amazing. I love her food and her videos, and she's really funny too. So watch her on YouTube. And there's a lot of vegan alternatives. There's so many vegan meats, and there's like so many foods that I was not aware of until I became vegan. So yeah. Okay, one more bite. I'm gonna get into Cancer. Man, I was so unprepared. I did not get water. I'm thirsty for water. I'm taken. So, okay guys, let's go ahead and talk about Cancer. So, Cancer. Cancer is represented as the little crab, so cute, but so damn pinchy. So, when you look at a Cancer, a Cancer Venus, you may look at them and be like, wow, they're so soft, they're so nice, and they're just so, oh my god, like they could never hurt anyone. Do not think that way. Cancer Venuses, if they really want what they want, they will get what they want. So, yeah, don't underestimate a Cancer. Or rather, just don't underestimate anyone in general. People are scary, guys. So, yeah. With a Cancer Venus, Cancer is a very nice, homey energy. A very familiar energy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, I don't think that Cancer Venuses are manipulative. Mainly because, honestly, with a Cancer Venus, if they were to be manipulative at all, it's because they're uncomfortable. And if you put a Cancer Venus in a very uncomfortable situation, I'd probably look at you and be like, why would you put them in an uncomfortable situation in the first place? But of course, you know, it depends on the person you're talking to. So anyways, with a Cancer Venus, when I think of the Cancer Venus, I think of the homebody. I think of the person that likes to stay home. You know, usually with Cancers, they're really into how they feel. So, you know, like Taurus, Cancer is not going to open up so easily. They're a crab. You gotta, like, crack the shell open. Don't kill them. Like, crack the shell open. Just a little bit. And with that being said, you know, if you're going to pursue a Cancer Venus, it's also a project. It's not going to be super fast. It will take some time to get into a Cancer Venus. So, and I will say that if you get with a Cancer Venus really fast, chances are, and you feel like they're really comfortable with you, if it's too fast and they're not quite comfortable with you yet, like chances are they're not as comfortable with you as you may think. So anyways, with a Cancer Venus, when it comes to pursuing them, definitely kind of pay attention to their little quirks. Because with a Cancer Venus, honestly, with Cancers in general, low-key, they're kind of scared of the world. They kind of feel as if the world is going to hurt them in some way, and because of that, a Cancer is always prepared. They're always prepared with their little fist going, I'm ready. Same with an Aries. But with a Cancer, they're just very like, you know, I'm ready to respond to the world. I'm ready to react. And that being said, with Cancers, they'll be ready to react with their feelings. With an Aries, it's with their actions. But anyways, as with a Cancer Venus, you have to kind of familiarize with them. If you want to get into a Cancer Venus's heart, you better be familiar with them. The moment a Cancer Venus sees you to be some sort of foreign entity, a person who's very unknown, a person that's not familiar, basically a person that doesn't feel like home, then don't date the Cancer Venus. The Cancer Venus will probably not date you. So with a Cancer Venus, you gotta familiarize with them. You gotta feel like family to them. I mean, okay, caveat with the family thing, feel comfortable for them. Another caveat, family is not always comfortable for Cancer. But Cancer really likes comfort. Well, the reason why they like comfort is because comfort is familiar. So be familiar to a Cancer Venus. And because of that, if you're going to be familiar with them, a Cancer Venus will also start to rely on you. So, you know, this whole familiarity test with a Cancer, if a Cancer can be familiar with you, then they're going to trust you. And if they trust you, then they will most definitely kind of solidify the relationship with you. So, you know, when it comes to a Cancer Venus, definitely listen to how they feel. Definitely kind of familiarize with them. Kind of make yourself at home with a Cancer Venus. That's probably how a Cancer Venus will show their love to you too. Now, if you're taking a Cancer Venus on a date, you know, with that whole familiarity thing coming in, definitely take them somewhere that they really, really like. Now, for a Cancer Venus, they really keep their safe spaces really, really secretive. They really like to, you know, kind of just, you know, stay comfortable in their, you know, comfort space. And it's up to you to kind of figure out what the heck they like. Because they're not going to tell you right away. and it's something that you may have to figure out. So let's say, for example, you know, this Cancer Venus, like say, are you a Cancer rising or have Cancer energy? I have my moon in the first house. I have a Libra moon in the first house. But anyways, when you're trying to decide where to take a Cancer Venus for a date, yes, in a bad way, Cancers do expect you to know. But if you really love a Cancer Venus, you will figure the heck out of them. And honestly, Cancers, they're not the easiest to figure out, but they're not really hard to figure out, because if you kind of want to know what a Cancer Venus is into, kind of like test them out, like kind of treat them like a guinea pig for a little bit. Not too long though, they will figure out and then they'll leave you. But if you kind of want to know what a Cancer Venus likes, kind of do a little guinea pig kind of thing. So for example, you take a Cancer Venus off for tacos. You're like, hey, let's go get some tacos. And they're like, okay. And then they go and, you know, they go to a taco shop and they get some tacos. And you see your little Cancer Venus, your beloved Cancer Venus, ordering their damn taco. And you look at their taco and it's weird. They have pork in there, for example, lettuce, tomatoes, whatever the heck is in a taco. I'm like, my mind is racing because I'm trying to explain. So when it comes to a Cancer Venus, pay attention to the little things, and they will react very strongly to things that they're familiar with. So for example, they're gonna react a lot strongly if you suggest a place that they've been to. So let's just say that this Cancer Venus is super into Chipotle. And one day you're just kind of like, hey, let's go to Chipotle. A Cancer Venus would be like, oh my God, yes, let's go to Chipotle right now. I love Chipotle. Because they're familiar with Chipotle. And since they're familiar with Chipotle, they're gonna be like, yes, this is home. Home for me. Chipotle's my home. And then they'll go to Chipotle with you and they're gonna be a lot more excited. So it's kind of like you kind of have to test out a Cancer Venus, because, you know, if a Cancer Venus really likes something, they will let you know. And if they don't want to let you know, like if they're a little more like secretive, you're gonna tell by the way they emotionally react. Their emotions give them away. Hence, they are a water sign. So yeah, oh my God, I was gonna talk about, you know, the date. If you want to take a Cancer Venus to the date, take them to a place that they know. Even better, you know, if a Cancer Venus is intimate enough with you, you can always just stay home. Why? I mean, for a Cancer Venus, like, you don't have to do so much. You don't have to be extravagant. You don't have to buy them a bunch of gifts. You don't have to do like the whole 9 yards. If you kind of just want to, you know, stay home and kind of eat some ice cream, you know, get them their favorite food, you know, get them the little blanket that they like, you know, all the little things that the Cancer, like, Venus really cherishes and values, then you're pretty much solid. So, yeah. Yes, Netflix and chill is pretty good if you want to, you know, chill with a Cancer Venus. Bonus points if you know their favorite show. Also, bonus points if you have them watch throwback shows with you. So, for example, if a Cancer Venus likes Sailor Moon, for example, watch Sailor Moon. Like, watch anything where they're just kind of like, you know, it's my childhood. Hi. I'm doing a live stream. Oh, I mean, I didn't want you to be confused. I'm waiting for him to cool. Oh. Yeah. Okay, sorry. That was my roommate. She's a Virgo, guys. With I think she has a Libra Venus. I forgot. Anyways, so that's Cancer Venus. Also, I gotta eat my curry. So good. So yummy. If you just got into the to the live, hi, I'm eating right now, so, this is good. Oh yes, Virgo roommates are great. Like, I'm an Aries, and I also have Pisces ruling my 6th house. That's a bad combination because I like to do what I want, but at the same time, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So when it comes to cleaning, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. Same with me cooking. Honestly, my roommate has saved me so much from a lot of cooking trouble because she's a Virgo and she notices all the little things. I would be dead right now without my roommate. Figuratively, at least. There was this one time where she was watching me cut something and she got real anxious at the way I was cutting the onions, I think. Hi.
Hello.
I'm doing a live stream.
With
Twitter.
oh.
Yeah. That was my other roommate. She's an Aquarius. She's also super cute.
Also what?
Cute.
Oh.
Yeah, that is my hot roommate. She's an Aquarius. She also has a Pisces rising. Yes. I am a Libra rising. Is it obvious? But yeah. Oh yeah. Stick what in the oven? Oh. Okay. And yeah, my roommate is so cute. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Okay. So, I just finished Cancer. So, let's get to Leo. So, I've dated a lot of Leos. A lot of Leo suns. I don't know if they had a Leo Venus, but God, I've dated so many Leos. It's a good and a bad thing because Leos are so cute. They really just break my heart too.
Really good.
But yeah. So Leo Venus. Leo Venus is very saucy. I think my first boyfriend was a Leo Venus. So
How'd that go?
Leo is the not the planet. Leo is the sign ruled by the sun. The sun is hot. The sun is, I was gonna say it's hot again. The sun is very hot. It's very bright. And, you know, with all that, it's also very blinding. It's excruciating, unbearable. But at the same time, the sun is very warm. Without the sun, we would all be dead right now. So kind of think of Leo in that way. Leos can be really unbearable, can be kind of annoying, can really be in your face, but, you know, if they disappear, if they're gone, then, wow, you're gonna be cold for a while. There'd be lots of crickets, like, rustling around. But anyways, with the Leo Venus, unbearable. Yeah, vocabulary. With a Leo Venus, a Leo Venus is honestly one of the more warmer relationships you can have, because if you date a Leo Venus, you're gonna be treated like a princess or prince or king, queen, you know, whatever sort of royalty you want to see yourself as. But at the same time, you have to treat them that way too. It's a two-way street. If you want to be treated like royalty, you gotta treat them like royalty too. So, because of that, you know, if you really want to boost a Leo Venus, you gotta give them a lot of attention. But I do want to be clear about the type of attention that you're giving them. Because a Leo Venus will definitely see right through you if you're just giving them, fake validation. So for example, if the Leo Venus that you're looking for is blonde, they're going to be really mad at you if you tell them that their dark brown hair looks great. Like, if you're going to validate a Leo Venus, be serious about it, because a Leo Venus will be just as serious when they try to validate you. And because of that, Leo Venuses are surprisingly detail-oriented in a way, just because they'll pay attention to your good qualities and then they will validate the heck out of it. So they will expect you to do the same if you happen to be dating one. Now, if you're not dating one and you're kind of like, damn, how do I date a Leo Venus? How do I get them to, you know, how do I get one? You know, from experience, I mean, I'm an Aries Venus. I kind of like to make things spicy. So, first of all, make it spicy. Don't be boring. And also, like, it'd be kind of fun if you were dramatic or kind of very charismatic. Like, with a Leo Venus, I think their biggest turn on is basically looking at someone who does not care what other people think. So, for example, you know, suppose you're going on a date with them and, you know, you have this really ugly, whack outfit. Like, what's really ugly? Like, neon green leggings, okay? Like, ugly stuff. And you're going to see your fellow Leo Venus in that on a date. If you can strut those leggings and you can feel confident, if you can feel like you're on top of the world, that Leo Venus is gonna be like, oh my God, hot damn, you're so hot. Oh my God. So confident, so charismatic. So if you can kind of just not care about what other people think of you and really embody that, really embody yourself with a lot of confidence, yeah, basically Aquarius. But anyways, you know, if you're brave, if you're confident, if you really know yourself well, a Leo Venus will probably like you. So with that being said, when it comes to date ideas, you know, it'd be kind of fun to kind of take them out for a photo shoot. I would say Leo and Libras are pretty good for photo shoots and stuff. So if you kind of, oh my God, is there spit? Fuck. Anyways, I'm excited. So if you take out a Leo Venus to a photo shoot or anything really, take them out to a place where they feel like they can see a positive reflection of themselves. So for a Leo Venus, like, let's just say that a Leo Venus wanted to go to a museum because, you know, when they go to the museum, they can feel that by going to the museum, they can feel a little bit more cultured. And let's just say that being cultured is a, you know, is a characteristic that they really want to embody. So if you kind of take them to a place where they can kind of embody and kind of embrace a good characteristic of themselves, then you're gold. So let's just kind of try to brainstorm some really good Leo Venus kind of characteristics. So they're very charismatic, they're very attractive. I mean, at least for me, I don't know about you. They're very confident and they're very validating. So put those all together and just be like, where can a Leo Venus, you know, gas me up? Because, you know, when a Leo Venus loves you, they will gas you up. They will tell you how much they love you. They will tell you how beautiful they look. They'll tell you all the achievements you ever had. So yeah, you know, honestly, if your Leo Venus was really reputable or very, you know, very accomplished, it'd be really funny if you kind of, you know, took them to an award ceremony. Because honestly, imagine a date where you would kind of make, you know, a bunch of awards, like, oh, best award for being super cute, or, you know, best singer ever, or best this, best that. Like, honestly, if you want to give them a good Valentine's Day kind of gift, like, give them a bunch of awards, like a bunch of trophies. Be like, hey, here you go, bunch of trophies, bunch of awards. It sounds really stupid and funny, but I think a Leo Venus would like it, especially if it's something that they really want to be good at. So let's just say that your Leo Venus is really into fencing. You give them like a little fencing trophy. They're like, hey, you know, here's like a little trophy because I know you're really good at fencing and you deserve this. Kind of like that. The Leo Venus will just go crazy. They'll be like, oh my God, you noticed me. Yeah, you know what? With a Leo Venus, if you really want one, notice them. Notice all of the things that they do. Because a Leo Venus, low-key, they just want someone to tell them that they did well. Someone who can tell them that they did a good job. And not just tell them they do a good job, but like, you know, tell them why they did a good job. So yes, I would agree. Leo Venus is a little bit, you know, cheesy. So, you know, with the whole award idea kind of thing, you know, kind of making a bunch of little cheesy awards and then giving them it, you know, making a whole award ceremony on just about them, they'll love it. Honestly, they would. But I would say So photo shoot with them because, you know, they get to take pictures of themselves and really just embrace themselves and their beauty because, you know, they're probably really hot. And honestly, just doing a bunch of cheesy, awarding, but validating things. The key action for a Leo Venus is validating. Validate, validate, validate. If you don't validate a Leo Venus, if you kind of just let their talents just slip by, they will let you slip by. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Leo Venus. And yeah, wow, my curry is getting cold because I keep on talking. But you know what? That's whatever. I'm gonna be right back with some water. Cause that girl is thirsty. I've been talking a lot, and one of my New Year's resolutions was drinking more water. So, in a way, this is helping me with my resolution because I gotta drink more water, and I'm talking too much, so I gotta drink. So, yep. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get some water, drink the heck out of it, and then just get into Virgo. I made some vegan curry. It has tofu, bell peppers, onions, and shiitake mushrooms. And with some Japanese rice, because that shit is good. So, yeah. I'm gonna be right back. If you have a Leo Venus in the 8th, this would make sense, but with a Venus in the 8th, you're a lot more secretive. So, imagine an award ceremony, but a secret ceremony. A secret date. But, yeah, I'll be right back. Gotta get some water. Okay, y'all, I got my water. It's from Daiso, only $1.50. It's really cute though. I spilled a bit. You know, if you're a fellow astrologer or a tarot reader watching this, someone very kind told me that the #1 tip for consulting is having a bottle of water next to you. Because have you ever done a chart reading while you're hiccuping? I have. It's so tragic. But anyways, yeah. I was just thinking of that while I was drinking my water. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should share that. Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and get into Virgo Venus. So, well, you know what? While I'm at it, I'll also tie up my hair because my hair is a hot mess. Okay. I've also been touching my hair throughout the whole thing, and I'm like, damn, I must be annoying. Oh yeah, someone's excited for Virgo. Okay, so Virgo Venus. Man, I had a crush on a Virgo Venus. He broke my heart, but it's okay. I still love Virgo Venuses. This guy was a Leo sun, and he had a Virgo Venus. Now, I can honestly talk about this from a personal perspective because at some point I did try to pursue a Virgo Venus. And I kind of saw how they acted, and I'm like, wow, very Virgo. Lots of Virgo, much Virgo. Wow, so much Virgo. But anyways, for a Virgo Venus, you know, Venus doesn't do so hot in Virgo. You know, with Virgo is very critical. And the reason why Virgo is very critical is because Virgo does not take any bullshit, okay? Like, you know, Virgo, like Venus and Virgos, they have so many things to do. They only have so much time to do so many things. So they're not going to waste their time on someone who stresses them out. So for a Virgo Venus, if you're pursuing one, good luck. Mostly because if you mess up, if you slip up, if you do anything wrong, they'll notice. And if they're mean enough, they'll tell you that they noticed. And then they're just gonna look at you and be like, hey, I noticed. and then you're gonna be like, fuck. Okay, honestly, that just might be me, but anyways, with that being said, Virgos, they notice everything. They don't, like, whether they have a choice or not, they just notice everything. Ooh, you got some lettuce in your teeth? Ugh, they'll notice. Oh, your fly's open? They'll notice that too. So you gotta be on top of your game when you are dating a Virgo Venus, because they will notice for you. And you know what? Sometimes, like, even if they wanted to ignore you, they can't help but, they can't unsee it. They can't unsee the spinach in your teeth. They can't unsee this or that. So because of that, because a Virgo Venus can't unsee things romantically, you gotta be careful with what you do, and you gotta be ready for that criticism. Because a Virgo Venus, they would say that if a person can be adaptable, if they can be open to criticism and feedback, if they can be open to critical communication, keyword communication, because you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So, with all of that, communication is so important for Virgo. You gotta take a Virgo's criticism seriously, because for a Virgo Venus, the way they kind of show their love, it's a bit annoying, but it's really for the best. Because Virgo Venuses, when they show love for you, they want you to be the best that you can be. So when they tell you to clean up your room, when they tell you to zip up your pants, when they tell you to do X, Y, and Z, it's because they care for you. If they did not care about you, they will let you rot. So, with that being said, if you do have spinach in your teeth, and if your fly is open, and a Virgo Venus did not bother to tell you, they probably do not care about you. Because if a Virgo Venus cares about you, they will not let you crash and burn. They will notice you, about to crash and burn. And they will tell you like, hey, don't do that. So, yeah. Basically, that's how a Virgo Venus cares about you. It's a bit annoying, but hey, we need it. At least I need it, okay? I have my Virgo Venus roommate. She tells me a bunch of things that pisses me off, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? That's probably for my own good. And, you gotta appreciate a Virgo Venus for that, because a Virgo Venus will notice the small details. And if you do date one seriously, they will expect you to notice the small details too. So, now you're just kind of like, okay, how do I take a Virgo Venus out for a date? Especially for Valentine's Day. Look at the details. Literally, if you've known the Virgo Venus for a few weeks, kind of see their quirks. They probably have something really weird about them. Like maybe they eat their soup with a fork instead of a spoon. Or maybe they like their taco shells to be flour instead of, the other grain. I kind of forgot. Or maybe the Virgo likes things to be in a particular way. Like, pay attention to that, because that is going to be the key for you to keeping them. So let's just say that your Virgo friend is really into sushi, but let's just say for example that they don't like rice. They don't like rice in their sushi. You would be really smart and say, oh hey, let's get some sashimi instead, because you know that your fellow Virgo Venus doesn't like rice. So you're like, oh, let's go ahead and get sashimi instead of sushi. They will notice that you notice, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, you noticed, and I noticed, and oh my god, like, this is communication. And then they're gonna be super happy, and then they'll probably like you afterwards. Because not only does a Virgo Venus notice everything about you, they will notice that you noticed, and if they notice that you noticed, then they're gonna be like, oh my god, I love them. Because honestly, when a Virgo notices that you notice something, that's kind of like, that's communication, isn't it? Wow, it's almost like Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So, anyways, yeah. If you really want to, get with a Virgo Venus, be on top of your game. Be into details. Pay attention. Because, when a Virgo Venus is in love with you, they will work so hard to be 100% attentive to you. They will notice you 24/7. They'll look at everything for you. They'll be so attentive that it's really annoying. But that's how they love you. And that's how they want you to love them. Because they love you so much to the point where they're just like, you know what? I got this really big schedule here. I have to do this and this and this. But for just this moment, I can just, be with the person I love. I can strongly pay attention to the person that I love for just a few minutes. But I love this person so much that they deserve headspace in my mind. That's how much they love you. If a Virgo loves you, they will create space for you in their brain. They'll have like a little, designated mental drawer for you. And whenever they want to think about you, they'll open that little drawer, think about all the little minute things about you, all of the little things about you, and cherish them. Because for Virgo, not only do they love you for who you are entirely, they love you for every single little part of you. Like if you were a puzzle, they will love every single damn piece. Even if some of the pieces don't seem to fit, they will find a way to make it fit because they love you and they will try for you. So, yeah. That is a Virgo Venus. So, let's go ahead and wait. I was about to go into Libra. Let me eat. So, yeah. What do you guys think so far of this whole thing? Because I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. And honestly, I get home from work really late. So, oh my god! What's your name? Okay, I can't say it right, so I'm just gonna say Amor. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. I don't want you to cry. Like, I love Virgo Venuses. Even if, the person broke my heart. Oh, context. I had a Virgo Venus break my heart. I mean, no beef. I mean, in the end, like, we weren't really for each other, so I'm just kind of like, okay. But honestly, now that I think about it, this Virgo Venus in particular, he was so attentive on texting. Actually, if you're a Virgo Venus and you're really super into texting, like you're really like, analyzing a period in a text message or something, like, that's a Virgo Venus thing. I remember this particular Virgo Venus, he was looking at his phone. He was like, hey, this girl put a period at the end of her text. Does that mean that she's mad? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell you about date places for a Virgo Venus. Any place that they will probably let you know which place, or they'll kind of subtly show you through like their little details. So like, for example, like a Virgo Venus will not outright tell you that they fucking love tacos, but then they'll show you that they like tacos when you see them like eating really fiercely into them. So there's that. And I will say that with a Virgo Venus, they do have a refined taste. So chances are they're going to be picky. So kind of look into their interest and look at the details of what they're interested in. So let's just say, for example, that a Virgo Venus was into reading. So let's just say that they're into like murder mysteries. What you would do for them is like, like, oh, hey, do you like this murder mystery? And in this murder mystery, the person has to learn how to, escape a room. Honestly, do you see how far I had to like narrow down what they wanted? That's probably how you're gonna have to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, no downside, they're picky. But I will say that if you get it right, or if you get any part right, they will be pleased. So let's just say that, your Virgo Venus likes to, have ice cream, but instead you gave them gelato. They're still gonna be happy. I mean, the fact that they've noticed that you tried to please them, that's probably enough for a Virgo Venus. Because I feel like a Virgo Venus would be grateful for anyone who paid the slightest bit of attention to them. Even if they were not precisely right, then, like the fact that you even tried, like that's enough for a Virgo Venus. Even if you're not spot on, I think they would still appreciate it. If you don't appreciate it, then you probably have to move on because that's not cool. Because at least you tried. So yeah. It's good. Yes. Effort really is, you know, everything. Yes, I am going in order, and it's okay if you missed the beginning because I think I could save this video on Periscope, I think. So yeah. Okay. Libra Venus. So I'm dating one. I'm currently dating a Libra Venus. I like my Libra Venus so far. Maybe because you know, he's Scorpio, you know, Scorpios. For a Libra Venus, let's just think about Venus in itself. You know, Libras are balanced. They like peace. They like to be fair. They like things to be just. You know, don't be a dick. Don't be a jerk. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't be an asshole. You know, Libra. And let's put this into Venus. So when it comes to a Libra Venus, I will say that a Libra Venus has, you know, a lot of opinions. I will, like, honestly, out of all the signs, Libra in general, they have a lot of opinions. But they kind of try to pick and choose on when they can say those opinions. So chances are, with a Libra Venus, they have a lot to say. But at the same time, they don't know when to say those things. They always kind of try to pick and figure it out based on, you know, the social circumstances. So, you know, with a Libra Venus, when it comes to social situations, when it comes to, you know, evaluating the social sphere, like the dating atmosphere, like their mind just starts like working really, really strongly. Like they'll look at everyone and they're like, oh, look at this person, look at that person, look at the way that person is talking. Oh my gosh, did that person say please? I want to notice that. Oh, did that person say the N-word? Fuck you. Like they'll notice all these little social nuances. They'll notice the way people raise their eyebrows. They'll notice the way, you know, people kind of, you know, have their body language. Like Libras are really into that. They notice those things. And because of that, Libra Venuses are very, you know, sociably, is it adept? Inept? I don't know the difference. They're socially skilled. And because of that, they will not like anyone who is impolite, brash, unfair, dickish, annoying. Basically, if you don't know how to, you know, conduct yourself in a public situation, if you are awkward, if you are, well, awkward in the sense of like, not only are you awkward, but you're also rude. If you're awkwardly rude, if you're not fair, if you're not just, if you don't know how to adjust to people in a social situation, a Libra Venus are going to be like, I don't like that. And they're not, and you know what? They'll probably like not tell you. They'll just probably just kind of like fade away. So, yeah. When it comes to Libra Venus, they like someone who's classy, someone who is not trashy, and someone who doesn't really have to go out of their way to be like, you know, dramatic. Libra Venuses tend to get nervous around someone who is, you know, overly dramatic. So, with that being said, with a Libra Venus, you gotta know how to carry yourself. With that being said, like at the same time though, I will say with a Libra Venus, there's a balance, because if you're a Libra Venus and you see someone kind of adjust to the environment, you're just kind of like, oh yes, this fellow person here is very polite. They follow social cues. However, if you follow social cues too strongly, they're gonna be like, wow, they're boring. However, if you manage to be classy, if you manage to be, you know, polite, socially skilled, but at the same time, you have a nice balance, you know, keyword, balance of spice. If you can still be your own person, but also be very classy and polite, that Virgo Venus is they're gonna try to get you. So, with that being said, balance is key when it comes to, oh wow, okay, sorry, I just blacked out because my phone is down to 20%. No, but anyways, I'll get the charger whenever it gets to 10%. So yeah. With a Virgo, not a Virgo Venus, with a Libra Venus, you gotta have a bit of everything to kind of get with a Libra Venus, because there's a sense of balance. You need to be moderate. You can't be too nice, but you can't be too mean. You gotta be just right. If you're trying to figure out, how to please a Libra Venus, think of Goldilocks. Yeah, think of Goldilocks. You have to make it just right. And on top of that, I feel like with a Libra Venus, they like a person who's also very fair, a person who's willing to compromise, a person who is aware of other people. If you can be aware of another person, if you can be aware of what they need or what they're like, then a Virgo Venus will also like you, because I think the best way to get to a Libra's heart is to be considerate, because when a Libra Venus loves you, they will be considerate. They will, notice you. They will try to, help you out. They'll just watch you. They'll observe you. And if you can do that to a Libra Venus, if you can kind of, let off the social burden for a Libra Venus, then they're probably gonna like you. Because, with a Libra Venus, when it comes to social situations, they always get a bit stressed out because they're always trying to balance out, the social situation. They're like, oh my God, I gotta, be nice in this situation, but maybe be a little bit meaner in this situation. I gotta think about this, I gotta think about that. And they all get stressed out. And if you really want a Libra Venus to feel safe with you, you gotta get rid of all the social cues. You gotta get rid of all of the, social rules. If you can bring them into a situation where they don't have to care about other people, if you let them into a situation where they can just be who they are without any sort of filtering, without any sort of hiding, then they're going to love you so much, because that is when they will realize that you will love them for who they are, regardless of how hard they try to filter themselves in a social situation. So I think that is pretty key when it comes to a Libra Venus. You also have to tell them that it's okay for them to take care of themselves and care for themselves, because they will try to take care of you first, but, tell the Libra to kind of like, self-care. Like, other care is self-care. You want to care for others, you gotta care for yourself. Now, if you're looking to kind of take out Libra for a date, depending on the Libra, if the Libra Venus wants to be a bit more intimate, if they want to, be a bit more private, take them to a place where they're allowed to be themselves for who they are. So maybe to a place where it's just you and the Libra Venus. And however, if a Libra Venus kind of wants to chat and kind of want to socialize, take them to a nice dinner. Take them out and do conventional dinner things, like take them out to dinner, take them out to the movies, like all these conventional dating ideas. Mainly because, with a Libra Venus, low key, they're pretty much fine with where you take them, because the thing that they're most focused about is the fact that you two are connected. It doesn't matter where you go, because if the connection is strong enough, it doesn't matter. As long as you two are strongly connected, just being with each other and being, in the same place and enjoying each other's presence, then a Libra Venus will like that. Also, when it comes to dating ideas, when it comes to taking them anywhere, you'll probably have to choose for them. I'm a Libra rising, I'm a Libra moon. I also have a lot of Aries, but I'm really indecisive. And Libra Venuses, chances are, if you ask them where to eat, they'd be like, well, whatever you want to eat. And then you're gonna be like, I don't know where to eat. And they'll be like, yeah, I don't know either. And you're like, can we eat? And they're just kind of like, I don't know. I'll just go where you go. And then you're gonna be like, okay, I guess I'll go here. And then they're gonna be like, I don't want that actually. And you're gonna be like, so, yeah. Anyways, with a Libra Venus, they probably really don't care where you take them, because chances are they don't really know where to go. And as long as you make them happy, as long as the connection is there, they'll like it. Also, treat them as equals. They're gonna be really mad if you try to, be above them. They'll get mad at you if you try to boss them around, and they'll also feel really nervous if you put yourself down. if you try to put yourself in a submissive role, they'll be nervous and they won't like that either. So yeah, Libra Venus. What's my percentage? Oh shoot. I don't know what percentage I have left on my phone. If my phone dies, then I die. Not literally, screen-wise, I'm gonna die. Let me see if I can like rotate this. Oh my gosh, I'm rotating it. Yes, yes. Let's see if I can charge my phone. Damn it, I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna eat my curry. It's like cold now. I'm sorry. My food is good. I can't hide the facts. So, let me see if I can charge this. Let's see if it's working. You know, if it's not working, then I'll get the 10% mark and then I'm gonna freak out. So, I'm pretty sure it's working. Okay. Okay, so, wow. I already did Gemini. I'm done. I'm going in order. Why should I start with Gemini? Aries is the first sign. My sign. I mean, honestly, I'm just doing it in order because why not? So, like, because I kind of had to, like, rotate my phone so that... What the hell? Do you hear that pounding? I don't know what they're doing up there. I mean, if they're doing it, then it's a bit loud. I'm an Aries Venus. My Venus is actually my chart ruler. So yeah, my chart ruler is Aries Venus. So, and it pretty much aspects everything in my chart too. So, my Venus is very strong. Dude, I already did Gemini, man. Okay, honestly, when I'm done with this stream, I will save it. So if you're struggling, I am gonna help you, sis. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but someone is pounding up there. Maybe they're banging? I don't know what they're doing. Are they stomping? I don't know, maybe they're stepping on their textbook, you know, ripping up their homework. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if you can hear the pound like I'm, you know, hearing it, but I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, the people up there, like, if they're banging, then, girl, sign me up. Okay. Oh, there's so much tofu left. Okay, honestly, I didn't finish my dinner, so I guess you can watch me eat. I mean, if you want to. I mean, I don't know if I make like good ASMR sounds when I'm chewing, so I'm trying to give you reasons to stay. If you can't stay, it's okay. You know, sometimes life is about letting go. I really have no idea what they're doing. It's not banging because I don't hear any moaning. If they are banging and there's no moaning, then it probably really sucks. Honestly, this is how I try to cope with really annoying people who live in this apartment complex, because there's people screaming even at 10 a.m. and the party would start at like 9. And I'm like, God damn, you gotta sleep. I don't know about you, but I got work. I can't do that. But yeah, I hear people screaming and yelling at like 10 a.m. or laughing, and I'm just like, damn, maybe you should shut up. Just maybe. But, you know, can't control people. They do whatever. I can't control people by being, you know, I don't know. People, if someone is stupid, you can't stop them from being stupid. If someone is loud, you can't stop them from being loud. It's just life. By the way, I think a lot of you guys have seen me online. Well, not seen me online, like literally, but, you know, you've seen me kind of tweet a lot. I've never really, you know, I feel like my internet voice or my internet texting voice sounds a lot more different than when I'm talking because, you know, if you guys ever actually meet me in real life, I hope you don't because I'm really embarrassing, but if you meet me in person in real life, I'm actually really bubbly. If it's not obvious by now, like, I sound so bubbly. I mean, part of it is because I'm super nervous and I'm like, oh my god, people, I gotta cope, gotta act nice, gotta act cute, ooh. And then also because like I'm a Libra rising and I feel like, you know, online it doesn't really transfer as much maybe, but yeah, in real life I'm a lot more bubbly and I'm a lot more, you know, outgoing. I think online I kind of sound a little serious, maybe even a little angry, but yeah, you know, it's just me. Good shit. Oh, I sound cool. Oh man. I mean, if you think I sound cool, oh man, disappointment is in your future. Maybe. Okay, so I'm eating tofu right now. I was gonna say raise your hand if you like tofu, but you guys can't raise your hands. Actually, send me a hand emoji if you like tofu. Because you guys literally can't. Or you can say me. You guys literally. Oh my gosh, you're doing the hands. When I was thinking of like the hand, I was thinking of like the little hand emoji, but I'm seeing like, I didn't know there was like a little person raising their hand emoji. So I'm kind of like, I'm like stunned. Oh, you guys, all of you guys like tofu? Nice, because I like you guys too. Honestly, tofu is amazing. Like personally, I love silken tofu. There's this Korean tofu stew called sundubu. It's so good. Honestly, I would show you my own recipe, but I follow Cheap Lazy Vegan's recipe. It's so good. And honestly, I mean, if you're not vegan, you can still make it. It's pretty good, like on its like anyway. So yeah, maybe I'll just link it after this stream, because I don't know, for an astrology stream, I'm talking a lot about food, vegan food. Yeah. Oh wow, you were raised by vegan parents? That sounds amazing. Yes, I'm vegan. I am vegan. I am vegan. Okay, honestly, I'm like so annoyed that I have to like turn sideways to read your messages. Yes, I said vegans. How has veganism helped you? I mean, for me, like when I initially became vegan, I was like, I'm gonna be a health vegan because apparently if you're vegan, you're healthier. So I went vegan initially for health reasons, but then I think the best thing that's ever happened to me in terms of being vegan is that I really got to really refine and live with my personal philosophy. If you guys don't know, I'm currently a philosophy major. I'm actually going to graduate soon, so I'm really into philosophy. And I mean, if people asked me why I was vegan, I would just say, well, I mean, would you get mad if someone sold your boob for money? Like if someone just like sold your boob juice for a profit? Like, how would you feel if someone like tied you up and squeezed your milk out and then sold it? Like, how would you feel? I mean, for me, I wouldn't like that. So, yeah. That's pretty much why I'm vegan. In all seriousness, like, the reason why I'm vegan is because, I mean, in my mind, like, why would you ever do something to someone or to an animal that you would not ever do to yourself? I mean, unless you want to tie yourself up and kind of, sell your breast milk for money, I mean, fine. I get that, I guess. But if you're gonna do that to someone else without their permission, without their consent, and you're gonna do it while they're screaming and telling you to stop, and you still do it anyway because it gets you the money, I don't know, man. Ooh, sorry. The world is not a very nice place. There's a lot of, terrible people out there, a lot of people who really need to learn how to care. I understand that it's hard to care because, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of terrible things happening to where it's really easy for someone to just, give up and just say, you know what, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to care anymore. I get that. At the same time, though, honestly, I mean, as an Aries Venus, or as an Aries in general, I think the bravest thing to do ever is to care. Because technically, you're not obligated to care. You're not obligated to do nice things, really. And if you're nice to someone, you would have to be vulnerable. And then, oh, yes, thank you. I gotta drink more water. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. But, damn it. I forgot my thought. Anyways, basically, the world is not a very nice place. You're not obligated to be nice, but you choose to be nice, if you choose to be vulnerable, if you choose to be caring, you're already really brave, and you should be proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back, or some food, whatever makes you happy. So, yeah. What sign was I on? Okay, so I'll do Scorpio, and then I'll finish my food, and then I'll go ahead and kind of cruise through the signs. So, Scorpio. Oh man, Scorpio. I have a good friend of mine who is a Scorpio Venus, and goddamn, you guys are wild. I thought an Aries Venus was wild. I thought I was wild. I was like, I'm an Aries Venus. I like to do stupid things. No, I am nothing compared to a Scorpio Venus. I am nothing compared to a Scorpio Venus. Actually, before I talk about a Scorpio Venus, let me tell you a funny story. So, I'm gonna take off my hair because I realized I look cuter with my hair down, so excuse my vanity. I have a friend who is a Scorpio Venus, and at some point, she really liked this guy. And, being the Scorpio Venus she never directly said his name, and she would call him a code name. I forgot what fruit it was. She likes to code name her crushes by food, and I think his name was Cantaloupe. I forgot what his code name was, but he had a code name. And at some point, I was already studying astrology. It was kind of like when I was studying early on, and I was like, hey, you know what? I can get his birth chart, and then we can look at the chart together and be creepy about it. Of course, my Scorpio Venus friend is like, oh my god, yes, I can find everything about my crush with this astrology chart. So we're like, okay, let's search up this guy. So we look up his Facebook, we try to look for his birthday. We don't even get his birthday. I mean, I think we get his birthday, but not his birth year. So we're like, okay. And we had to get his chart without, asking him directly. And this was like at midnight, so it was pretty late at night. So we kept on Google searching, and then we kept on trying to find this guy's birth time, because my Scorpio Venus friend, she was not going to sleep until she found that birth time. So we kept on searching and searching, doing some Googling stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but usually when you search for people, they have those services where they really tell you everything about a person, like their address, where they've worked, like everything about a person. So we went to one of those and tried to do all this stuff for free, but it doesn't. And we tried to search up this guy. And even with those records, we never found his birth year, let alone his birth time, but we did find other things. So this, my friend, my Scorpio Venus friend, she didn't know him for a while, maybe for like a few weeks. You know, they didn't talk that much, but she still really liked him. And we look at the results of these, you know, search engines, of like these searching services when it comes to finding people. We didn't find his birth year or his birth time, but we found out that he's committed crimes and that he's been in jail multiple times. And none of this was made aware to me and my friend. So it just kind of sat there, and I was like, you know, we didn't find his birth year or his birth time, but we did find out that he went to jail for something. And she was like, that's kind of cool. And I'm like, what? I was like, what? I was like, what'd you say? And she's like, you know, he got a history. It's okay. Like, you know, like, he did some things. Like, man, like, he did things. I'm like, going to jail, that is something, but I don't know if you should like that. And she was just grinning, and I was like, oh my god, remind me to never date you, because holy shit, that's wild. So, oh my god. Okay, so that's my story time with my friend who is a Scorpio Venus. Now, let's examine the story. Why the hell would she like someone with a criminal record? With a Scorpio Venus, when it comes to liking anyone, they're kind of like a ride or die kind of person. With a Scorpio Venus, when you date them, it kind of feels like you're dying. You know, in a good way, I guess, or maybe in a bad way, I don't know. Depends on what you think of death. With a Scorpio Venus, you know, when you kind of want to visualize yourself, you know, loving a Scorpio Venus, just imagine yourself in a furnace. Imagine yourself as a gingerbread cookie, baking yourself to death in the flames of intensity. That is how it feels to be in love with a Scorpio Venus. You are a gingerbread cookie in the oven, screaming in pleasure or pain or both all together. That's how it is with a Scorpio Venus. It's either, you're either burning up in flames or you're not. Oh man, I'm so bad right now. With a Scorpio Venus, when it comes to loving a Scorpio Venus, they love so intently. When they love someone, they can't stop. Like, they either love someone or they hate them. There's no in between. There's no gray areas when you're a Scorpio Venus. When it comes to loving someone, it's almost like you lose control. It almost feels like there's some sort of resentment when you like someone as a Scorpio Venus, because you feel like the other person is controlling you. When you like a Scorpio Venus, or when you're a Scorpio Venus liking someone, the intense way that you like someone is so intense that you feel like the other person is controlling you. That's how intense it feels. And sometimes you feel a little bit resentful because you're just kind of like, gosh, I like this person so much. It feels like this person is controlling me and I'm so mad. And in reality, the person that you're crushing on, they're not controlling you. Chances are they don't even know that you like them, but it feels like they're controlling you and you're like, I hate crushing on you. I love you, but I hate you at the same time. I can't separate the two because you make me feel everything at the same time and I don't know what the heck to do with it and you're driving me crazy. I'm out of control. So yeah, that's how, if you're a Scorpio Venus and you're trying to figure out whether you like someone or not, just kind of ask yourself this question. Am I in control of myself? If the answer is no, then you like the person. If you feel like the other person is controlling you, then you really, 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 really like them. So that's the tea on Scorpio Venus. So there's more to it though. When a Scorpio Venus likes someone, they get a little stalkerish. I mean, okay, so my boyfriend is a Libra Venus, but he is a Scorpio Sun. He told me this years after we dated, but he told me that, you know, when he saw me in the student union at my university, he would kind of see me getting snacks at the vending machines. He would just watch me get my damn snack. Like, he would not talk to me. He will not come up to me. He'll just watch me just get my snack from the vending machine and then walk away. And he would just do that. He would just watch. And I'm like, what the, why didn't you talk to me? And he's like, I just wanted to watch you. Like, I kind of just want to, you know, look at you. And I'm like, okay. Like, as an Aries Venus, I'm just kind of like, you could have just talked to me. Like, it didn't have to be like that. But you were like that. And I'm like, anyway, so with that being said, when a Scorpio Venus is in love with someone, when a Scorpio Venus is really into someone, they suddenly become Sherlock Holmes. They suddenly become Detective Conan. They suddenly become a detective. They suddenly become the two guys from BuzzFeed Unsolved. Shane and Ryan? Is that their names? Fuck, I forgot. But yeah, anyways. They suddenly become Sherlock Holmes. They're just kind of like, ooh, I like someone. Time to investigate. Time to get my magnifying glass. Time to be investigative. And usually this kind of starts off with the typical Facebook stalking. And if you're like my boyfriend, then it's in-person stalking, kind of. My boyfriend didn't really stalk me. He just kind of watched me. But yeah, so whenever you... Oh, I did watch You. Hey, you know what? If you guys have watched You, it's on Netflix. It's by the guy who plays, he was Dan from Gossip Girl. I think the actor's name is Penn Badgley? Anyways, yeah. In a very, very negative light, a Scorpio Venus would be like the guy in You. His name is Joe. So there's a very investigative nature about Scorpio Venus. Very intense too. Like, with the Scorpio Venus, they will intensely love someone, but at the same time, they will also try their best to cover their tracks. It's kind of like murdering someone. Okay, disclaimer, I have never killed someone, okay? I would be so bad and I would be in jail by now, okay? Disclaimer, I would never kill someone. But, you know, the way that a Scorpio Venus likes someone, it's kind of like murdering someone. Like, you have this intense feeling for someone, and then you kill them, and then, you gotta cover up your tracks. A Scorpio Venus is like that. They have intense feelings for you, they really love you, but they gotta cover up their tracks. So, let's just say that they're watching you, they're stalking you, they're watching you at the vending machine. They have to get rid of evidence that they watched you there. So, they become sneaky. They do it behind you. They do it in a way where you can't see them. And they might also do it in a way where other people can't see them. So, all of it is very secretive. I mean, a part of it is kind of like with the secrecy factor. Low-key, I think the reason why Scorpio Venuses are not very revealing about their love is because, you know, if someone were to find out, if their crush were to find out that, you know, a Scorpio Venus had a crush on them, the revealment would make it all more real. And sometimes, for a Scorpio Venus, it's a bit scary because, you know, when you have something hidden, when you have hidden feelings, at least when it's hidden, you're just kind of like, oh, you know, you can just fool yourself. If something is hidden inside of you, you can kind of gaslight yourself and be like, well, I don't think I have that strong of a feeling for a person, or I don't think I really like that person. Like, you know, maybe I don't like that person. And because when you try to keep it a secret that way, and you're trying to talk yourself out of it, or you try to, you know, disempower yourself in that way, that's you trying to control yourself. However, when your love is revealed, when your crush is revealed as a Scorpio Venus, yeah, denial. When you try to deny it, that's kind of like your way of trying to control it. But then once it's all out in the open, once it's all true, once it's all revealed, once someone else knows that it's real, you're like, damn it, it's real. I actually like you. Damn it. And you're just like, oh, now that it's real, I actually have to do something about it. I actually have to take action. Damn it, I don't know what to do yet. So that's Scorpio Venus. Now, if you are into a Scorpio Venus and you're just kind of like, I don't know how to get into them. I don't know how to get into them. I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to date them. For Scorpio Venus, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a scenario. When it comes to dating a Scorpio Venus, I would definitely say take them to a place where it's a lot more secretive, and definitely a place where you guys are just by yourselves. So, you know, when it comes to like, you know, dating ideas for a Scorpio Venus, automatically I kind of think of that cheesy date where like you look at the stars with your lover on a nice little hill. That's what I think of when it comes to a Scorpio Venus, just because it's just you two and the stars. It's just you two and the silence, all of that. So, with a Scorpio Venus, if you can go to a place where, you know, the intense connection between you two is amplified, like super amplified, then go there. And I think that can work if you go on a date where there's no cock blocking. So no double dates, okay? If you're gonna take a Scorpio Venus off on a date for Valentine's Day, don't do a double date if you're serious with them. If you're not serious with them and you're just testing out the waters, then do a double date. But if you're serious about Scorpio Venus, just have a date with them where it's just you two, only you two, and where the only thing you guys can do is stare at each other and really just get into each other, yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna be Scorpio Venus. So, yeah. The infamous Scorpio Venus. Honestly, when it comes to, I'm not a Scorpio Venus, but I mean, with Venus not doing so hot in Scorpio, sometimes it hurts to be in love. It just feels like you're burning. It's like, ow. This is uncontrollable feeling and I can't control it. Ow. What the hell do I do? Tofu. Did you see how I made that transition? I said that it was burning, and I said tofu. The tofu's really cold though. But yeah. Man, I have been talking for 2 hours. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is a lecture. This is a TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Just wanted to say absolutely love this. I'm having so much fun. Yay, me too, girl. Bitch, me too. Bitch, me too. Sorry. I guess it's an Aries thing. I don't want to blame everything on my sign, but I get excited too fast. Too intensely. So, yeah. Oh my god. You guys should stop saying I'm cute. I don't know what to do. Oh. My boyfriend calls me cute too. And when he calls me cute, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Do I say thank you? What am I supposed to do, man? I get all blushy. I'm just here to see you eat curry. Oh, thank you, man. Here for the mukbang. The mukbang is banging. Banging. I tried to be cute, but it didn't work. Man, my throat is starting to hurt. Jesus. How do people do this? Damn. It's like the Olympics. Not really. Not really. If you're in the Olympics, I'm not trying to offend you. I was just trying to sound cool. So hopefully, I've been charging my phone for a little bit. I can't tell you guys the percentage because if I scroll down, then I end the stream. And I don't want to end the stream because Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius. I have 4 more signs left. Holy shit. I have so many signs left. You know, actually, what time is it right now? Oh my god, it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning. Holy moly guacamole. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back, make it horizontal, And now that I'm done with my food after 2 hours, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, how you doing? Sagittarius, man, I wish I dated a Sagittarius Venus. It'd be so fun. So, you know, when it comes to a Sagittarius Venus, if you wanna fuck yourself up, go date a Sag Venus. I mean, literally, figuratively, whatever way, like, if you wanna fuck yourself up, go date a Sag Venus. It's gonna be great. That's what it kind of feels like if you date a Sag Venus. I've never dated one, but that's probably how it feels. So, yeah. For Sagittarius Venus, the one key word is when it comes, okay, so the key word for Sagittarius Venus is freedom. Like, I was gonna say, you know, think America when you say freedom. I think America is a Sagittarius rising. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think some charts say that America is a, you know, Sagittarius rising. So think freedom. And the reason why I want to say freedom is because Sagittarius, in my opinion, is one of those Venus signs that kind of defy societal norms. Because nowadays, you know, within society, we are all told to keep very tight, secure, you know, very intimate relationships. Like, you can't afford to let go of your relationships. The one thing that Sagittarius is really good at is letting go. If the idea of letting go scares you, then you probably don't want to date a Sagittarius Venus. Because for a Sagittarius Venus, when I think of Sagittarius Venus, I think of the little butterfly example. So, like, think of your hand right here and you have like a beautiful butterfly. Imagine yourself as the butterfly. You're really cute, you're really desirable, you know, you're just cute, okay? Very desirable. Like, think of yourself as a butterfly here. And the Sagittarius person is the hand. It's the person holding the butterfly. So, you're the butterfly, the Sag Venus is the person. The Sag Venus will love you so much that if you choose to fly away, they'll let you go because you're a butterfly. You're destined to fly. If you fly away from their grasp, they will let you go because they know that you're meant to fly. You're meant to soar. You're meant to achieve great things, and they'll let you go if you have to do those things. What a Sag Venus will not do is crush you. They will not. Sorry. So when I said that, you know, the Sag Venus will not crush you, and I did this, I was like, fisting? Okay. I guess this is when I get tired, but you know what? I'm gonna power through it. So what I'm trying to say is that if a Sag Venus sees that you'll flourish when they're not in a relationship with them, they'll let you go. Sagittarius Venuses, they know how to let you go. They know how to let you free. They love you by letting you be free. They love you by trusting you that you can be free and then come back to them once you need them. That's a lot of trust. So with a Sag Venus, if they love you a lot, they trust you a lot. And I will say that with a Sagittarius Venus, I feel like a lot of people tend to say that they're not really good at committing, they're not really good at staying, but at the same time, like, you know, they're really good at letting go. They know when a relationship is not good for them. It is just as important to know how to let go of a relationship. It's important to, like, keep a relationship, but it's also important on how to let it go. Sagittarius is really good at letting it go. Now, if you're a person crushing on a Sagittarius Venus and you're just like, oh my god, they just don't like me, they always flake me, they never seem like they're there, I just feel like, you know, they don't like me. You know, to be fair, I think it's not easy for a Sagittarius Venus to like you because, you know, for a Sagittarius Venus, first of all, like I said earlier, when they like you, they really trust you. But, you know, trust is a hard thing to earn. And because of that, it's hard to be with a Sagittarius Venus in terms of trust. Because Sagittarius Venus, like, although they're outgoing, although they like freedom, although they're a little bit reckless, you know, they're more careful on who they trust. They take trust very seriously because they're not gonna just date anyone. They give the impression that they will date just anyone. It's important to realize that they will have fun with anyone, but they will not just date anyone. There's a difference. So if a Sagittarius Venus is just hanging out with you and they just want to have fun with you, then they'll just have fun with you. But you have to kind of get through a certain layer to be with a Sagittarius Venus. Like, there's a little distinct layer that you kind of have to dig through to kind of be with a Sagittarius Venus, because if you don't kind of dig it through, then there's this sort of distant kind of attitude to a Sagittarius that's really hard to take a grasp at. So, yeah. Now, if you're wondering on where to take a Sagittarius Venus, take them to a date that's kind of dangerous. You know, freak them out a little bit. You know, make them scared for their own life, maybe. I'm kidding, but when it comes to dating a Sagittarius Venus, you know, make it spontaneous, make it random, make it something to where it's a learning experience. Because for a Sagittarius Venus, they love learning and exploring and discovering new things. So do something really random, like you can take them on vacation, take them to a beach, take them to a mountain, take them to a place that they never knew before. And then because of that, a lot of how Sagittarius Venuses kind of, you know, measure their happiness, or a lot of how they remember things, is by the things that they discover, the things that they learned about. So if they want to share a moment with you, it's going to be a moment full of learning and a moment full of discovering. So someone said skydiving. That's a great suggestion. Like anything that's really new and exciting. Like, the worst thing that you can do to a Sagittarius Venus is a bunch of meaningless repetition. So don't, like, if you nap with your Sagittarius Venus very often, if you want to do something special, don't nap again. I think the rule with Sagittarius Venus is don't do anything twice. Because if you have to do it twice, then, you know, you didn't have fun the first time. And if you didn't have fun the first time, chances are the second time is not going to be better. So, yeah. Ooh, I would also agree with new trendy restaurants. New things, really, because Sagittarius, they like novelty. So, and give them that novelty. So, yeah. That is Sagittarius Venus. Now, Capricorn Venus. Oh my god, I love Capricorn Venuses. Like, they make me so happy. I dated a Capricorn Venus. And, you know, being the immature Aries Venus I am, I wasn't mature enough to keep this Capricorn Venus. And honestly, it's the one relationship where I don't regret it that much compared to my other ones. And the reason why is because Capricorn Venuses, they're worth keeping. Like, if you're dating a Capricorn Venus, like, please keep them. Please cherish them. Don't take them for granted. Take them seriously. That's the number one thing. Take them seriously. Because if you don't take them seriously, chances are the Capricorn Venus will not take you seriously, and then the relationship will end. Because Capricorn Venuses have a zero tolerance policy for people who don't take things seriously. So take your shit seriously. So when you are a Cap Venus, you kind of treat love very seriously. Like, I'm gonna say the word seriously a lot because, yeah, it's really serious. So, if you date a Capricorn Venus, and, oh, actually, there's a really easy way to turn off a Capricorn Venus. If a Capricorn Venus just happens to be mad at you or frustrated at you, all you have to do to piss them off is say, why so serious? They're gonna get mad and then they'll leave you, so. If you want to break up with a Capricorn Venus, just ask them, why are you so serious? They will get mad at you. They will not be serious anymore on purpose. And then they will break it off with you. So that's it. That's Capricorn Venus. JK. I'm going to talk more about Capricorn Venus. So Capricorn Venuses are very responsible in love. they take love very, very, very seriously. They know how painful love is. They know how important love is. And they want a person who knows that it's important too. So with a Capricorn Venus, when it comes to dating one, it kind of like, think of a contract. Oh my God, my throat, it's so dry. I'm gonna be right back. I'm definitely gonna talk about Capricorn. I'm gonna get some water real fast because my throat is killing me. But anyways, before I get my water, Capricorn Venuses, when it comes to dating, it's kind of like a business contract. Imagine, signing your signature on the dotted line. That's what it kind of feels like for a Capricorn Venus when you want to date someone. I'll be right back. Kind of think about what I said about business things, because like sometimes it can really be a business for someone with a Capricorn Venus. Be right back. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. So, Capricorn. Capricorn, when it comes to love, they kind of treat it like a contract. They kind of treat it as like a business agreement. Now, before you guys tell me, no, Capricorns are not boring, it's not like that. It really is like that. Because, with business contracts, there's a lot of fine print. There's a lot of little things that are not noticed. A lot of contract things, a lot of fine print. Like, how when it comes to signing an account or making an account, it's like a really long terms and conditions that no one ever reads. It kind of feels like that when you date a Capricorn Venus. Like, a Capricorn Venus will be that one person who will actually read all the terms and conditions before dating someone. Like, if dating someone had like an application where it had those terms and conditions, like, Capricorn will read those terms and conditions. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? Okay, I sneezed. Okay, it's not gonna come. So, yeah, so thank you. Oh, it's so funny. I'm being blessed on stream. Haha. Jesus could never. JK. But anyways, with a Capricorn Venus, they will actually read the terms and conditions before getting into anything. Because for a Capricorn Venus, they're very careful. They're not gonna jump into anything. They're not gonna be spontaneous. They're not gonna be like me. So, with that, Capricorn Venuses are very, very, very invested into anything that they choose to do. Capricorn Venuses, they don't like to waste time. If you're a person that's not to their liking, if you don't meet up to their expectations, if you pose yourself as someone that they can't date in the long run, then it's over. When it comes to Capricorn Venuses, when it comes to short-term dating and long-term dating, short-term dating does not exist for our Capricorn Venus. There's only one type of dating, and it's long-term dating. And you know what long-term dating sounds like? It sounds like marriage. So, like, if you date a Capricorn Venus, it's almost like you're gonna marry them. So, like, once a Capricorn Venus holds you, it's almost like they're choking you. Like, this is my water bottle. Like, this is gonna be you, and I'm the Capricorn Venus. It's like this. Ah! I tried to make this funny, but that was kind of weird. But anyways, with the Capricorn Venus, basically, if you're gonna date them, you're dating them for life. Like, it's like, once you hold them, you can't let go. It's like, you can't, like, with a Capricorn Venus, like, oh yes, they struggle to let go. So, they will struggle to let you go when you're dating them, and then they will also struggle to let you go when they have to let go, when they break up with you. So, oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? I like choking too. No judgment. So, with that being said, you know, with a Capricorn Venus, think of time. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And you know, Saturn is daddy. So, you know, Capricorns are ruled by daddy, so they're kind of daddy-like, right? Kidding. Take that with a grain of salt. Fuck that. Anyways, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is kind of sad. Saturn is very serious, very somber. When it comes to Saturn, think of a hangover. It's the day after you party, you have a headache, feels like hell, it's not fun, you have to get your shit together. That is Saturn. Saturn feels like a hangover. And when it comes to dating, sometimes with a Capricorn Venus, if they're sad enough, sometimes dating can feel like that. Because when it comes to dating, when they think about committing to someone, sometimes all that they can think about is how the relationship is going to break. Like, even before the relationship is formed, they're like, wow, look at all these thoughts about how I could break up with them, because it's entirely possible with this circumstance, with that circumstance, with this factor, with that factor, even before it even starts. So, this is kind of like a little call out, I guess, a little rant, I guess, to a Capricorn Venus. Basically with anything really, not just relationships. There's a difference between, you know, being careful because you want to be responsible and you want to be realistic, but there's also a difference in, you know, being scared. You can be scared because of realistic things, but remember, you're scared. Don't forget that. And you know what? If you try to excuse that, know that you're excusing it. Because if you're not willing to date someone because you're scared, admit that you're scared. Like, it's okay to be scared. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. No one knows what they're doing. And sometimes you're not gonna know what you're doing. And that's okay. Okay? It's like, sometimes, like, life really be like that. So, if you're a Capricorn Venus and you're scared, admit that you're scared. Don't try to justify it. Don't try to excuse it with a bunch of realistic excuses, because yes, they're realistic, yes, they're practical, but at the same time, admit your fear. Because if you can admit your fear, that's when you can kind of start controlling anything. So, if you're into a Capricorn Venus and you really like them, you're probably listening to this being like, damn, this is a lot to take. It is a lot to take, because Capricorn Venuses are here for the long run. They're not gonna, you know, be here and then just disappear. They're here forever, whether you like them or not. That's how, you know, oh my god, no, I did not mean to tear you up. Oh my god, okay. I don't like making people cry. I also don't like making myself cry. I make myself cry more than I make other people cry. Whatever. So anyways, with a Capricorn Venus, if you like a Capricorn Venus, you may feel like, damn, it feels like I may never live up to their expectations. It may feel like I can never please them. I mean, it may feel that way. I can tell you why and where it's coming from. Like, Capricorn Venus, they only want the best. So, if a Capricorn Venus likes you, to them, you are their idea of the best. So, you should be flattered. You should be happy. You should be like, damn, I am the best. And then, you know, just be happy. But if you like a Capricorn Venus and you feel like you can't meet up their expectations, like, honestly, the answer is time. Give them time. Give them time to think. give them time to contemplate, give them time to test things out. The Capricorn's best friend is time. Time is everyone's enemy, but time is Capricorn's friend, because time allows Capricorns to think, and then if they have time to think, then they have time to act. And then from there, they can plan things out, and then things will go on smoothly and realistically and practically, you know, the earth sign dream. You know, if you're an earth sign, there's 3 things that you need. Hopefully 3. Practicality, stability, and things to be realistic. Those are the 3 things earth signs need. And Capricorn is not an exception to this. So, let's just say you like a Capricorn Venus. And you're like, okay, I want to date them. I want to take them out to a date. Where the hell do I take them? For a Capricorn Venus, I think for a Capricorn Venus, they actually probably don't care where you take them, but there is one thing that they do require, and it has to be painfully obvious. Effort. Be hardworking when it comes to figuring out where to go. Be realistic. Be practical. Be serious. Make effort when you make a date with a Capricorn Venus. When you try to make a date or a dating plan for a Capricorn Venus, you have to do it better than them. Because the worst thing a Capricorn Venus can tell you is that when you plan out a date, they look at you and they say, I could have done this better. Don't let them say that. Let them be surprised. Stun them. Make them surprised. Stun them. Make them feel as if like they didn't see it coming. If you can make a Capricorn Venus feel that, you're solid. Because for a Capricorn Venus, no offense, you guys act like you can expect everything. You guys act like as if you've planned out every single scenario. In reality, you haven't, and the right person will sweep you off your feet. So, if you are into a Capricorn Venus, that is how you get one. Surprise them. But don't be stupid. Surprise them, but don't be stupid, because if they found out that you did an elaborate date and spent like thousands of dollars on it, and like you only spent an hour on that date, for example, they're just gonna nag on you. So, surprise them, but be smart. And make a lot of effort and plan the date as if you're planning better than they are. Do it better than they would, basically. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and drink my water. Man, there's still 40 people in here? Holy moly, go to sleep, guys. Haha, JK. Now, let's get into Aquarius. Oh, man. Aquarius. Like, honestly, when people talk about Aquarius, there's just so many opinions about them. I have hot sport opinions about Aquarius, especially Aquarius moons, but we're going over Venus today. So, for Aquarius, a lot of people tend to forget that Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, because a lot of people are like, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but, just kidding. But, if you're into modern rulerships, then yes, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, you know, your butthole. But if you're doing traditional rulerships, then, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. And now you're just kind of like, okay, why the hell would you tell me that Aquarius is ruled by Saturn? It's because if you were sticking around when I was kind of talking about all shit, my phone is back to 20%. Shit, I gotta charge it again. But anyways, if you guys were here when I was talking about Capricorn Venus, and if you kind of saw me kind of talking about how sad they are and how somber they are, sorry, I'm trying to charge my phone while I'm speaking. If you kind of notice how somber they are, or how, you know, depressing they are, kind of potentially, or how realistic they are, like, take the sad hangover vibes of Capricorn and just transfer that into Aquarius. Except the difference with Aquarius is that Aquarius is an air sign. So if Capricorn is inner alienation, then Aquarius is outer alienation. So when it comes to love, with an Aquarius, when they love someone, in a way they're kind of similar to Cancer. The one thing that they want is that they don't want to be alienated. They don't want to feel alone. They don't want to feel like they're lonely in a crowded room. That's what Aquarius wants. At the same time, though, they can't help it. They can't help being, they can't help standing out. They can't help being different. They can't help, going against the grain. But, when you're different and when you're cool, people, they're scared of that. And because of that, they might just leave you out. And then because of that, then, you kind of feel like, man, I feel like I'm not being understood here. And because of that, that's why I said that Aquarius to me kind of represents outside alienation. There is a darker, sadder side to Aquarius that I feel like people don't really see. So when it comes to romance, at first, Aquarius is a bit withdrawn because they realize that, if people are just going to alienate them, they have to be selective in the people that they trust. So, and at the same time, though, Aquarius is kind of outgoing somewhat. Like, they know how to carry a conversation. They know how to talk and kind of, hang out with people. But they don't let in people quite easily. So, they'll talk to you. They will have a conversation with you. But they're not going to be deep with you. They're not going to be real with you until you are real with them. So, with that being said, the way to an Aquarius's heart is to make them feel like they fit in, but at the same time, help them embrace their unique nature. So, a person who can really keep an Aquarius Venus is someone who really loves them for being the unique person that they are, and sorry, I burped, and also really capitalizing on that uniqueness, but at the same time, show them that it is possible to be different, that it's possible to be unique, that it's possible to be quirky, but still belong somewhere. Because sorry, I keep on burping. So for an Aquarius Venus, sometimes they feel as if, they can't be loved unless they fit in. Sometimes they feel like they can't be loved unless they conform. But the person who really loves them, the person who will really, make them happy, will be a person that will fitting in and being different together at the same time. That is the way to an Aquarius Venus's heart. And, an Aquarius Venus will also do the same thing. If an Aquarius Venus will love you, they will let you know how different you are. They will let you know how amazing you are. But at the same time, while they let you be free, they'll also let you feel like you belong. And that's probably one of the best things you can have in love. So, kudos to Aquas. So, now, let's just say that you like an Aquarius Venus. You're like, ooh, I like Aquarius Venuses. I can, I'm up for an Aquarius. Now, you're kind of wondering, okay, well, where the hell do I take an Aquarius Venus? So, I would say that if you're going to take an Aquarius on a date, make it memorable. Because Aquarius is an air sign, it's fixed, and it's ruled by Saturn. Saturn does not forget things. Saturn does not forget all the times where you messed up. Saturn does not forget. And on top of that, Aquarius is fixed. So, and it is ruled by air. And air is kind of like communication. So, if you're going to take an Aquarius somewhere, take them to a place that they will never forget. Take them to a place where, they just can't forget it. It has to be so memorable that, they can't help but bring it up whenever they talk to you. And make it so memorable that, every time they look at anything, they can't help but be reminded by it. So, honestly, when it comes to an Aquarius Venus, think of something that they will never get out of their mind. So when it comes to possible date ideas, think of dates, think of experiences. So, I mean, personally, I live in the Texas area, and there's a nice museum where it's just like an experience. Like, you kind of walk in, you get to experience like a lot of, like, you see a lot of different things. It like, go to places that are focused on creating new, unique experiences. So, like, haunted houses, for example, is an experience. Going on a roller coaster, that's an experience. Escape rooms, those are experiences. So think of places that are like specifically designed to make memorable experiences, for sure. And whatever that may be, it depends on the person that you're crushing on. So yeah, so if you're trying to find a place to kind of date an Aquarius Venus, do it at a place where they can't forget it, or a place where they're able to have very, very, very meaningful conversations. Because I don't know about you, but if you're ever close to an Aquarius at all in general, the main defining factor when it comes to being close to an Aquarius is having very, 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 very deep conversations. So if you want to know if an Aqua Venus cares about you, they'll have serious conversations about you. And bonus points if it's a conversation about social issues. So, yeah, that is Aquarius Venus. Oh, man. Jesus. I'm like, wow. Wow. Man, I made it to Aquarius, and now we are finally down to the last sign. If you're a Pisces Venus, I'm so sorry. I mean, maybe I'm just exercising my Aries privilege because I always come first as an Aries. But finally, we are here at Pisces. Now, I think out of all the Venus signs, Pisces is the most fascinating to me because when it comes to Pisces, I think of ambiguity. And as a philosopher or philosophy major, I love ambiguity. I just love talking about it. So I love thinking about Pisces Venus. So if you're a Pisces Venus, when it comes to love, you understand how complicated the world is. You understand how complicated people are. And because of that, it's amazing when you love someone because you're so tolerant of ambiguity. You're so tolerant of the things that just don't make sense. So when you find someone, when you love someone for who they are, it doesn't matter what the hell they're doing. It doesn't matter if they make sense or not. It doesn't matter if they're, being rational or not. You love them the way you are because you realize how different and complex people are. And that's what you're good at. You're really good at loving people at whatever state they're in. So because of that, you're very tolerant. Now, when it comes to romance, however, your gift of, loving complexity, your gift of loving, complicated people, this gift of just, being very accepting and compassionate, like this gift should not be something that is treated like garbage. You can't date someone who will take that ability and take advantage of it. You can't date someone who, crosses your boundaries. So when it comes to a Pisces Venus, when it comes to dating someone, know your rights. You have rights. Like, if you haven't noticed yet, you have rights. And, exercise those rights. Not everyone deserves to be, I was going to say not everyone deserves to be accepted, but there's some people out there who really deserve your time and your effort. And then there's people who don't. And the people who don't are the people who don't care about you. So invest your time into the people who will invest their time for you. Like, you have to be fair to yourself in that way. Be fair to yourself in that respect, because if you don't treat someone well, if someone doesn't treat you well, chances are you probably don't know how to treat people well either. So the reason why I say all of this is because Pisces is a bit complicated. Sometimes things make sense, sometimes things don't, and it's really, really important to make sure that things are in the clear. So there it is for Pisces. Now, if you're into a Pisces Venus, one thing that you may want to do is, see the Pisces Venus in all of their different states. Let me drink some water first. when it comes to a Pisces Venus, you gotta see them in every way. You gotta see them when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're angry, when they're drunk, when they're high, when they're alive, when they're dead. When it comes to a Pisces Venus, basically, see them in every state, see them in every way, and take all those different ways. Take them at every single position, and love them. Love them when they're mad, love them when they're angry, love them when they're sad, mad, depressed, joyful, horny, dead, alive, half alive, everything. Like everything about a Pisces. Like if you want to love a Pisces and you want that Pisces to notice, love them at every state. Because for them, they'll think, man, they love me at every state. They even love me when I'm drunk. Holy shit. Like, man, if they can stick with me, then I'll stick by with them. And as a Pisces Venus, you're so good at sticking with people. Sometimes it's really fucking annoying because sometimes you gotta learn how to let go. But man, when you love the right people, it's really beautiful. Because, man, I just love Pisces. Because with Pisces, honestly, out of all the signs, I think Pisces has the highest chance of loving unconditionally. Like, I think all the signs can love unconditionally for sure, but in a conventional way, when I think of unconditional love in a conventional way, I instantly think of Pisces. So, yeah. Now, if you're wondering where to take a Pisces, take them to a place where they're allowed to kind of like, relax, to kind of forget things, kind of let them go to a place where they can really just kind of zen out. So honestly, taking them out for a massage, take them out to a planetarium, take them to an aquarium, take them to places where they can kind of just get lost into the place that they're in. Like, take them to another dimension, I guess. Take them to a place where they can feel like they can just merge and kind of melt into the world. So that the reason why I say like a planetarium or like an aquarium is like, because like when you look inside the tank, you can kind of space out. It almost feels like you're in the tank with them. Or whenever you're in a planetarium, you get to see all the stars. You're just kind of like, wow, it's kind of like I live there. But you don't, but it kind of feels like I can. So it's kind of like that, because those feelings are the feelings that Pisces really like to have. Or what you can do is, look at your Pisces Venus and be like, hey, share me your fantasies, sexual and non-sexual. Tell me your fantasies. What do you want? I'll grant them for you. What do you want me to, what do you want me to do? And someone said movie theater. Yes, great. That too. Honestly, take them to a place where they can kind of immerse themselves or like immerse themselves into something. Like, I think of concerts, movies are great, raves are great. If your Pisces Venus just happens to be outgoing, take them to a rave. Because I think when you go into a rave, like, you get to lose yourself with the music, and I can totally see a Pisces just really jamming out to that. So, but back to what I was saying earlier. If you don't know where to take them, or you don't really know what your Pisces Venus wants, kind of ask him like, hey, what is something that you've always wanted to do? What is something that you've always wanted to see, or something to experience? And then from there, follow them. And your Pisces Venus, like, if they're allowed to imagine, if they're allowed to daydream with you, then they will tell you what they want. And then from there, you can, do what they want. Unless it's impossible. But you know what? When you're in love with someone, you'll do a lot of things for them. You'll even try to do the impossible. I don't know if you can do the impossible, but you can try. So, yeah. So, that is pretty much it for my live stream. Holy moly. It says, oh my god, it's like 2 hours. Holy moly. Thank you for everyone who kind of stuck around with me. My eyes are getting dry and my throat's getting dry. Everything's getting dry. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys really like the stream. Maybe I can do I can't do Mars, man, dude. I'm tired. I've been talking for the past 2 hours, like, ugh, I'm gonna die, and I don't want to die. Cause if I die, then I can't do the Mars. I can't cover Mars. So, sorry on that. And oh, thank you so much. Like, don't thank me. Like, thank you for, you know, just sticking around and just watching me, like, talk stupidly about astrology and, like, eating food. Like, you guys are watching me eat. Like, I don't know if that's exciting for you, but you just watched me eat. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna wash out my face and take off my makeup and put away my eyes. My contacts. So, yeah, it was really fun doing this live. I'm gonna put on a poll and kind of ask you guys if you guys liked it or not. You know, maybe have some suggestions, stuff like that. But, yeah, hopefully you guys have some nice tips on knowing how to, you know, get some on Valentine's Day. And hopefully, you know, with knowing a bit about your Venus sign and your lover's Venus sign or your crush's Venus sign, you will, you know, hopefully be successful. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna go to bed, and yeah, hopefully I can do this again at another time because this was really fun. So yeah, see you guys. Stop broadcast.